you're a wreath maker, you made something at Christmas time as an everyday kind of situation, it didn't sell, and you're like, oh man, I really want an opportunity for it to sell right now. So let's maybe do something else to it. Let's add something. Let's give it a little extra. Let's refreshen it a little bit. Really easy. This was a previous video, so you can check that out, making this as a base. But what we're going to do is just add a couple of things to zhuzh it up a little bit and add. I really like the rustic, and we talked about the color here with the color here. I like the deeper color, and then we're going to go lighter color, deeper color from here, lighter color from here. Just give it a little extra, no big deal. So if you haven't purchased any of this, it was the Affordable Greenery. Online, I'll just be honest, online I wasn't impressed with it. In person, completely and absolutely love it. So I'm just going to cut a couple of these pieces off. I am going to use them long stem. And if you remember back to the video here, I didn't glue anything in. And so we're just going to, I would obviously be gluing it in if I was selling it. And we may be adding in more in the future. So I haven't glued anything in just yet to this guy. But if you're making them to sell, make 100% sure that you are adding in pieces with glue. So let's just take a couple of these. I'm going to add them in here and there. Nothing hard. Nothing hard. Just adding them right into that grapevine. There we go. And I only want to use one bush of each of these, so I got to be mindful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can put kind of 3 on each side, 1 up here in the center, and then we'll see where that extra one can go, right? So I'm just going through all of this into that grapevine, just adding, there we go. Just adding something, right? Just adding something. Then we're going to go up here and add in through this way. Perfect. Let's cut the rest of those. I'm going to go one right up in the center or closer to the center. Right through that grapevine, get it in there so it's going and doing where you want it to. Right up through there, perfection. You do want to make sure you're getting it in the grapevine. So be mindful there. Definitely bringing one down here like the other side. Now, maybe you have a great big giant wreath and you're like, oh, this one didn't sell. This one didn't sell and I want it to. Refreshing it before you maybe put it away or, you know, for the season or whatever, would be the best bet, because then by the time it comes ready for the algorithm to start pushing, let's say it's Valentine's Day, okay? So let's say we're in February. Let's say you make a Valentine's Day wreath, doesn't sell this year. Don't fret. It's okay. That happens. I'm going to move this one. And then before you put it away, before you say, oh, it just didn't work, it didn't sell, take a look at it. If you're going to refresh it then, okay? You're at the end of February. Let's say Valentine's Day just passed. Let's say you're talking about a Valentine wreath. It didn't sell. Refresh it then. Refresh it in your Etsy shop then. That way it has all that time to still grow in the algorithm for Etsy before Valentine's Day comes around the next season. So let's add in a little bit of light. So we got some darker green, some darker in the eucalyptus. Let's add a little bit of lighter color. Now this isn't a full bush. I did use it previously. So it's not a full. But what I'm going to do here, this one might stay long. Let's just see how it goes. This one might stay long. Yeah, that one will stay long. Keep that ribbon in there. See, I'm just freshening it up and just giving it a little extra. Let's go ahead though and let me see what I have. because we're going to cut up some of these pieces because they don't all have to be long. Now, I say that because we're not working with a really big, extended grapevine. It is on the smaller side. And so I don't want things to be too big. I don't want things to be too big coming out of there. So we're just going to take our pieces, extend our budget. Hopefully I can get that off without it popping off. Good job. There we go. Perfection. Okay, so I'm probably not going to make that long. A lot of these are short, really short stems. That's also okay. I'm going to actually just clip that one off because it'll end up getting in the way. All right, perfect. Now, I have that one long there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So I'm going to add those in here and there to lighten it up a little, to bring a little bit of a lighter feel. And again, I'm just going to go in. Don't forget, you should be gluing these in, right? Should be gluing them in. And now I don't even know if I'm going to need all of them because we don't want to saturate it too much with that texture, but you want to get it in there, really lightens it up really quick. Again, just really quick. I'm not trying to take up a lot of time to freshen it up. I just want to give it an idea of what you could also do. You could, and this is a great idea actually, you could freshen it up by adding this, right? You can freshen it up by adding this. For the picture, maybe you don't glue it, okay? For the picture, maybe you don't glue it. See how it does. And then for the things that are not glued in, obviously you want to make sure you do glue them in before you sell it if it sells. But for the things that are not glued in, maybe it's something that you take out again and change up again, you know, depending on how you're feeling about it. You know, sometimes we get that, oh, it looks really good. And then you go back, maybe it's next year and you're looking at your design again. You're like, oh, I've evolved. I can't believe I did that. Let's take those out, right? So maybe if you are putting it in for a picture, but don't really keep it in, you know, don't really glue it in. We need a little bit something longer here. Always an opportunity as well, right? Getting those pieces right in. I think this looks super great. And, you know, give yourself some time. If you just listed it, it doesn't sell, don't say, oh, it was not good. It was horrible. It didn't work. You know, that design was not good. Don't say that, right? Give it time, especially, you know, make sure you're going through all of the checklists. Do you have all of the things? Is everything in condition for you to be selling? Put that right back down here. I love it. Quick, easy, doesn't have to be hard or complicated, doesn't have to take a long time. You don't even have to add a whole bunch of money to it. Add just enough to get it to be look different, appear different, get that updated and listed, and see how it goes for the next season. Hey, it's Melissa with Sincerely Creative Mom. I am one of the coaches inside the Creative Coaching Group with Deco Exchange. I hope that you have enjoyed this tip. Go back and watch again the original, see how we attached the sign, we made the bow, all those things. And if you have an opportunity, check us out over in the Creative Coaching Group, which we are always live once a week. Once a week, except for Saturdays. The coaches are live doing some sort of design teaching in one way or another. I hope that you've checked that out and had a chance to. I will see you again, hopefully very soon. Bye, y'all.